EA officially kicked off E3 2018. Believe it or not, but this year's conference was the best EA showcase in years. But that doesn't really say much, does it? Let me start with something positive. EA definitely improved the pacing. The sports sections didn't drag too long this time around because they weren't all packed together. What else was positive? EA Originals turned out to be the most human and personal moment of EA's conference. We got to see an Unravel 2 gameplay demo, this time featuring a co-op mode, and Sea of Solitude, a new IP from a German indie developer. By the way, for all of you who criticized my accent or are under the impression that my accent is extremely apparent or strong, which it is, how about that?
When humans get too lonely, they turn into monsters. This is at the core of everything.
Not that it matters, but that might be the most aggressive German accent I've heard in a while. So I guess in direct comparison to her, my English is pure perfection. If I had to pick a highlight, EA Originals would be it, like every year really. And that's about it, no more positives to mention. Let's shift gears and talk about the negatives. This will take a while. Firstly, no real surprises. Nothing whatsoever. No Dead Space remaster, no Skate 4, no new AAA IP, absolutely nothing. Apart from the announcement and shadow drop of Unravel 2, the entire press conference featured no noteworthy surprises. Secondly, a 10-minute gameplay for a Command & Conquer mobile game instead of sacrificing more time for Anthem or Battlefield was a questionable decision. Maybe I'm dead wrong and Command & Conquer fans are super excited for this game, but I doubt it. Respawn kept vouching for how incredible their new Star Wars game is going to be, but instead of providing a little teaser or a title or anything really, they just said it's coming in holiday 2019. Why teasing the audience if you got absolutely nothing substantial to show? And now we come to my personal lowlight of the show. Andrew Wilson actually had the nerve to walk on stage near the end of the conference and yet again give one of those "we care about the gamers, we listen to our fans" speeches.
And what I can say about all of those teams, and what I can say about us, is that we are always trying to learn and listen and strive to be better. And so, as you look at the 10 experiences that you're going to see today, and as you play games this week, there's some things we hope come through. First, that at the very core is choice. Is that you as players get to choose how you play, what you play, when you play, and what devices you play on. That in making those choices, you feel you are treated fairly. That no one is given an unfair advantage or disadvantage for how they choose to play.
Are you serious?
After all what happened last year, he actually expects us to believe this bullshit. And even worse, he disguised his dishonest PR talk by talking about all the amazing charity work EA is doing. What a lazy and devious way to divert our attention from the totally ridiculous speech he just gave to the oh so humble and caring nature of EA. Of course, EA's support of charity organizations is a good thing, but that doesn't change the fact that everything Andrew Wilson said a couple of seconds before was disingenuous nonsense. He should have given himself humble and said something along the lines of "we fucked up. What we did to Mass Effect and Battlefront 2 was unfair and unnecessary. From now on, we promise to be better." I still wouldn't believe him, but at least there would have been some sort of acknowledgement of the mistakes EA made and the disgusting business practices they tried to pull off. Instead, he gave the exact same bullshit speech from last year. Definitely the biggest lowlight. Sorry Andrew, I'm not buying it. Battlefield 5 looked great, but they should have invested more time in it instead of playing a mediocre mobile game on stage for 10 fucking minutes. BioWare tried its best to reassure its fan base that Anthem is still offering the things their studio is known for, but I'm not sure if what they showed is enough to convince people that Anthem contains the same narrative quality as Mass Effect or Dragon Age. The gameplay appears to be smooth and enjoyable, but maybe they should have focused on characters and story. I don't know, tell me how you guys feel about it. I'm not saying Anthem looks like a horrible game. Again, graphically and gameplay wise it continues to appear great. However, I'm still not seeing the BioWare DNA. As was to be expected, EA's conference contained no major surprises and Andrew Wilson bombarded us with disingenuous PR talk. I was pretty much bored throughout the entire conference. In my opinion, the greatest disappointment is the fact that we didn't get to see just one intriguing new AAA IP. EA seems to be completely disinterested in investing in new ideas. Overall, EA's conference was below mediocre. Final score 4 out of 10. Great for EA standards, I guess. I'm sure none of you is particularly surprised by my final conclusion. I'll give it to you anyway. It can only go uphill from here.